We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Tonight we've got a good matchup in store between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Boston Red Sox. It's interleague baseball on the Show. Marcus Walden will be on the mound for the series opener. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, we're looking at a real solid starting pitcher right here. You take a look at that ERA, anywhere between 3.5 and 4. But I'll tell you what he does know how to do. He knows how to get people out, and he can minimize the damage. He knows how to control the running game. He does a lot of things right. And if he does all those things, expect a real solid performance in this one.
Here's Colton Wong. Now, and we are set for baseball here this evening. And we're underway as the first pitch is a check swing, but a called strike. 0-1. Guys, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. Now, they've been on a pretty good roll of late. Winners of 7 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this is going to be an interesting watch for me. I can only think back to when you're facing an ace. The team's playing well, you're confident, you go to the ballpark and you want to set the tone. Everybody's in the hitters meetings trying to formulate a game plan to combat what this guy's been able to do throughout the course of the season so far. This should be an interesting game of cat and mouse today.
Now a chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting St. Louis Cardinals. Giro, give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series.
You know, taking a look at this lineup, Matt, one thing you have to take into account is the variables that you can't control. And that's the wind. It's blowing in. It's howling in. You're going to see some guys in this lineup change their approach, not be looking for that launch angle and trying to drive the ball out of the ballpark. It's going to take a big man to put one over the wall today.
And it's fouled away. Good night for baseball all in all. Game time temperature 63 degrees. The 1-1 home. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there. On the ground for the shortstop, Bogarts. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
At first, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
And that brings up Paul Goldschmidt. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. First pitch of the at-bat. The cutter runs outside, ball 1. Two out, nobody on. A ball and a strike to the Cardinals' first baseman, Goldschmidt, or Goldie just for short. He was an 8th round selection back in the 2009 MLB draft.
What an absolute steal. I mean, this guy has gotten a lot of people some big raises in the organization. To be drafted as low as he was and turned himself into one of the biggest superstars in our sport. I am very impressed with what this guy's been able to accomplish.
And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. And Pedroia will make the catch, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. And now the Red Sox get their turn. No score. Jack Flaherty will be towing the rubber for the Cardinals. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy's done a real good job on the year keeping the opponent's batting average down. Both righties and lefties coming into this one, hitting under 250 against this guy. He's been good all season long.
So striding forward now, Kevin Pillar. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Red Sox, the right fielder.
The pitch. And fellas, we take a look at the Redbirds entering play here tonight. Despite the loss last time out, they enter this one in good shape. Winners in 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, guys, after the first 4 games on this road trip, they find themselves 2-2, kind of par for the course. But they got to find a way to play a little bit better today, kind of turn the tide and get it working in a positive direction.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Into center field, line drive, base hit. So here in the first inning, the leadoff man's aboard to kick things off.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Kept his shoulders square, his hands inside the baseball, and was able to fight off a good, nice executed pitch for a knock.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Benintendi is one of those prototypical left-handed bats that really excels against right-handed pitching. Sees the ball well coming from that side. Fastball at 94 miles an hour, and it's 1-1. Has a look, now the pitch. Still hanging with him, another good swing to keep it going. And another foul ball. Here he comes again, 1-2. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
Well, what do you do when guys keep fouling pitches off like this? I guess you could back them off the plate by throwing one inside.
And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome. You go back to the dugout as the offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
A lot of indecision there on that check swing, and that's something you see quite a lot on 3-2. When the difference between striking out and drawing the walk can be an inch or two, it's pretty understandable why guys aren't always aggressive with their swings.
As a look, now the pitch.
1-0.
Now the 1-0. Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2.
Hey, you know the pitcher right now, he's looking for that best friend, that double play ball. This is where you have to really be disciplined at the plate and make sure that you get a pitch that's above the knees that you can get in the air.
Hit hard to third. And that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit. And you see on the graphic right there that his hitting streak will indeed live on as he just continues to hit the ball well. So here's the Boston cleanup hitter, Xander Bogaerts. He's currently 4th in the AL in RBIs, and he's got a chance to add to that total right here.
Yeah, he's definitely been one of the best run producers in the sport over the last several weeks. I'm sure his teammates are hoping he can keep this up all the way into the fall.
He's set, and the pitch.
Ball one, no strike. Ball, that pitch is out.
Now the 2-0. A double play ball to second. 4. The second for 1. On to Goldschmidt, and it's in time. A double play, and the side is retired. Nothing in the Boston first. We've played an inning at Fenway. No score here on the show. Digging in now will be Matt Carpenter to show you what he did in May versus what he's done so far at the plate in June.
Carpenter.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
0-1.
He pops him up toward the left side of the infield. Devers has it, and there's one away.
That is it.
So here's how the Bo Sox are positioning themselves defensively. And guys, let's take a look at Rafael Devers. Got rushed to the big league super quick because the guy could flat rake. Defense has lagged a little bit behind. Had some throwing issues early, but working on his craft and continuing to get better every year.
So that brings in the power hitting middle infielder Paul DeJong as he'll lay off a slider too low. Ball 1. He sends it out to left field. Well hit. Benintendi is back to the warning track, and he's able to put it away for the second out.
He got that one pretty good. It just didn't have the right launch angle to carry over the outfielder's head. Small difference where the ball hit the bat could have made all the difference.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. Grounder down the line at third, but this will wind up a foul ball. Strike 2. The 0-2 to Molina.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Down in order go the Cardinals. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. So here's Michael Chavis now. 1 for 3 back on Wednesday.
For the Red Sox, the first baseman, Michael Chavis.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Ball 1. Count 1-0.
Now the 1-0. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Bader is there, and he has it for the first out.
Batting fifth.
The St. Louis Cardinals attack you on defense in this fashion. And let's take a look at Colton Wong. One of the more dynamic middle infielders in our sport. Ability to turn a double play. Bazooka arm from a second baseman.
Rafael Devers the next to bat. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 15 long balls to go along with 52 RBIs. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Ball one. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Waiting next is Dustin Pedroia. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
1 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Looked like the knuckle curve there, and that's out number 2.
Not a lot of guys throw that knuckle curve, but some guys have a lot of success with it. Some say it has more bite than the traditional curveball, but I think it's more of a feel thing. It just works for certain pitchers, and it worked right there.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. The windup and the 0-1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. O'Neill waits on it, and that ends the inning. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Digging in, Brad Miller. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. All over that one, but a little out in front. Foul ball. The windup and the 0-1. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. And the off-balance throw will be too late, so a good effort that time, but it's an infield single.
The left fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
Into the box, Tyler O'Neill, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300, so clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. 0-1 count and the pitch.
Outside, that's the ball.
Oh, had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Woo, that was an ugly swing. If I'm pitching right now, I'm throwing that same pitch again. That was ugly.
A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch like that, heck, you're going to go out there and throw that same pitch until he proves he can lay off of it.
There's a breaking ball that couldn't quite catch the inside. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
Wow, this guy's mowing right through this lineup right now, but that's what happens when you don't get a chance to see a pitcher very often. That's one of the things that are helpful when you're pitching in interleague games. It's always a good advantage for the pitcher because the hitters don't get to see that guy very often.
And that'll bring up the former top prospect, Harrison Bader. No balls and a strike to count. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Miller leads off first with one away. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
Colton Wong will stand in. And he puts it on the ground to second. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. One left for the Cardinals. Home half of the third coming up. No score.
Back here now as the Red Sox are ready to bat in the third inning, and as they do, it's worth mentioning that their lineup has been one of the best in baseball this year. In fact, with the highest team batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging percentage in all of Major League Baseball, it's probably safe to say they have the absolute best offense in the sport these days. As one player told me earlier, yeah, I mean, you don't have to dig too deep into the stats to understand the level we're playing at. We have a special group, we know it, and we still think we can get better. Safe to say no one else around the league hopes they can, guys.
Thank you, Heidi. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he takes ball one. Look out. A fastball up near his dome, and that'll wake you up a bit.
Well, that'll wake everyone up. Anytime you buzz the tower like that, there's reason for people to start getting a little bit edgy.
3-0 now.
That's a good job right there. You very rarely see pitchers double up where they go a pitch inside. Normally they'll go back outside, but he followed that up with another pitch on the inside part of the plate.
And this is nowhere close, and it's a 4-pitch walk.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
Coming to the plate now, Jackie Bradley Jr. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. From the stretch. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike.
Nice adjustment out on the mound. Overthrew the first one a little bit, but got on top and let that ball rip right out in front of him.
And here's a slider for a called strike, and he's behind 1-2 now. Here's a fastball in on the fists, and that'll even things up at 2-2. A runner at first with no outs here. And now the count is full for the Boston center fielder. Fastball got him looking, as that had 2-seam action on it. One gone. Standing in, Kevin Pillar, a base hit in his first trip. From the belt, the pitch.
Ball one, no strike.
Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Comes at him with the slider there, and he gets the strike. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Center, O'Neill is there.